He has brought his unique international sensibility to fashion since 1995. His training as a tailor began in Lomé, Togo at Nides Creation, Haute Couture, and Venus Couture. He apprenticed under Classique Couture Chez Yve. His fine works of bespoke clothing, often featuring waxcloth fabrics, have been sold in several West African countries and are often popular with his growing clientele in Portland and on the West Coast. He will talk about his design process and show us a video about the fabrics he works with before we open this up for a discussion. Please put any questions you have in the chat while we go through the talk, and we'll address them towards the end. Jean-Pierre, thank you so much for joining us today. We've been looking forward to this so much.
Thank you. And thank you for having me. It's an honor for me to present myself. My name is Jean-Pierre Nugloze, and I'm from Togo, West Africa. And I moved here 7 years ago. I see a lot of my family and friends there, and I'm happy to share a little bit about what I do and why I can contribute or share with people. Yeah, I'm a tailor or designer, let's say. It's a couturier too. I started like, let's say 22, 24 years now in Togo before I moved here. Here in Portland, I started with one of my friends. I was doing the tailoring, he was doing a jewelry part of the business. And the jewelry wasn't going well, and he just gave up, and I continued like a designer from 2015 to now. Yeah, I'm gonna stop there for now.
Annan, you're muted.
Yes.
All right, well, let's look at the video that Jean-Pierre has created for us.
Okay.
And we need the sound still. Let's see.
Yeah.
Jean-Pierre Nugloze. Today, we're going to talk about fabric. Fabric from especially West Africa. Fabric from Togo, Ghana, Benin. Fabric from Senegal, fabric from Mali, fabric from Burkina Faso. I'm from the West Africa, and I focus more on fabric from there because I learned I know about those fabric. I don't like to talk about what I don't know, the story I don't know. I don't like to talk. I'm from the West. I'm gonna focus on fabric from the West, like kente, mother cloth, bazin, and faso d'Anfani. Kente is from West Africa, especially Togo, Ghana, and Ivory Coast. We use it a lot there. Yeah, this is kente too, and here we have a kente too. Like some people just know it in this color, but we have a lot of different color. And kente is used, we use it for wedding, entronization, and we use it for funeral too. In Togo, we use it for wedding, and when someone wood dye. We use it too for the funeral, and especially we use it for entronization, a king. Yeah, and it's some fabric, expensive fabric. It's handmade in Togo, in Ghana, especially in Ghana, because we focus a lot in Ghana for kente fabric because they made it there a lot. And sometimes people travel from Togo to buy it in Ghana. Yeah. It's handmade and it's expensive. We have the print one. They use wasp fabric to print it, but it's not, the quality is not like the handmade one. Yeah, the handmade one is expensive. We have Faso Damfani here from Burkina Faso. It's similar like kente. In Burkina Faso, they use it for traditional things too. They call it Faso Damfani, and it's handmade too. If we want to go to Mali, we have mother cloth, like people call it here mother cloth. I know the name we call in Togo, in Mali, is Bogolan. Yeah, and same thing here. Bogolan is made on cotton fabric, and they use clay and mix with plant to have the color they want to design the fabric. Yeah, sometimes I tell people to know wash it. If you buy it with me, just hang them up and it's okay to wear long time. I want to go back to talk about bazin. Bazin is cotton fabric. You're gonna see it's a little shiny. They have a different color, like blue, the tie and dye in different color. And we use it in Togo, but it's originally from Mali. Senegal, they use it a lot there. They use it a lot in Senegal and Mali for a wedding and like baby shower, they use it. And it's expensive fabric. You can find 5 yards of bazin and 400, 500. Yeah, it depends for the quality. Yeah, right now we are using everywhere, like Ivory Coast, Ghana, Togo, we are using it, but the place, if you are looking for best quality of bazin, Mali, Senegal, Guinea, yes, those countries are the best. You can find the best quality of bazin. It's similar like I say, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Togo, kente, we are familiar with that and we use it a lot there too. Yeah, it's similar. Yeah, but I'm trying to, with my business, I'm trying to put all those fabric together, work with all those fabric to show a little bit about the whole continent, Africa. I have some fabric here, I didn't put up, from South Africa. I'm trying to, but I don't want to talk about why I'm not familiar with, is why I focus on West Africa, talking about those fabric, because I'm from there and I travel to different countries there and I learn the culture there. Yeah, it's why I'm talking about bazin, Faso Damfani, kente, and mother cloth. Yeah. The next fabric I want to talk about it is was Hollandais. Yeah, those fabric is made in Holland, is printed in Holland, was 100% cotton. And we use it a lot in Togo, but we don't print it. It's printed in Holland. We have some, like Ghana is printed GTP, was fabric. Nigeria is printed one they call Ankara, printed in Nigeria. And Ivory Coast is printing some too. But the original one is printed in Holland. And you can spend like $65 on 6 yards in Africa. You need to have some money to buy 6-yard fabric in $65. And it's a choice for women to spend money buying $65 fabric and prove like she's able or she can afford those. And it's like privilege for African women to buy. I remember when we was sewing those fabric, the tag you're not gonna sew in. You need to leave the tag just to prove that she's wearing quality fabric, expensive fabric. Yeah, and I want to talk a little bit about it because we use it a lot, but we don't have chance to print it like we wanted in Togo. Right now, some women are traveling to China to print some there because it's more cheaper to print it there, but the first quality is printed in Holland, and we call was Hollandais. We have was Hollandais, a super was, and was Chiganvi. The name Chiganvi is especially from Togo. Togolese women, they are printing it, but they give the name Chiganvi in our language. The name was Hollandais is like Holland, everybody know Holland, but some of the prints is our story, is African woman story. Like we have was Hollandais, name Si tu sors, je sors. Si tu sors, je sors, that means if you are going out, I'm going too. Is the time women try to fight for equal between men and women, yeah. And the name, the fabric, si tu sors, je sors. That means if you are going out, I'm going too. We have some of the design, the name is 3 friend and 2 have secret. In the fabric, you're gonna see 3 design and 2 are same color. Like we are 3 friends and you 2 have secrets. I don't know about it. Yeah, we have a lot, have a different story. Those story is African women trying to make the pattern, the design, and travel to Holland to print it. Yeah, it's how they do it. It's true, the fabric is printed in Holland, but a lot of them have African women story because especially in Togo, women are the one started the business of was fabric. I remember we have a story about the president. He's supposed to receive the president of France and they didn't have a nice car to receive him. And those women, they was doing was fabric business and have a car we call Benz. Yeah, and they gave that car to the president to receive the president of France. And if you want to hear a story about Togolese women selling was fabric, just check like Nana Benz. They call them Nana Benz because they are rich, they buy a Benz car. Yeah, those are stories from Togolese women have a was fabric business at that time. And from today, we still have women in Togo, we call them Nana Benz because Nana is like a big woman with money. Like in Africa, yeah, when you say you are fat, it's like you are insult the person, but in Africa, when you are fat, yeah, you have money. Yeah, and those women who have money and we call Nana because they buy a fancy car, we call them Nana Benz. Yeah, just doing fabric business. Yeah. At Nkosi, we are making clothes for everybody using African fabric. I think everybody can wear African fabric because I'm wearing everything. Like I can wear African fabric today and I can wear regular fabric tomorrow, like suit or something made on regular fabric. I think it's good to let people know that we are not tag some people to wear African fabric. African fabric is made for everybody. As African, we accept different culture. Like I can wear kente at the same time I can wear a different suit or different clothes. And I don't think we need to focus on why just African or Black can wear and why white can wear or Asian or everybody can wear. I think everybody, if you are feeling comfortable in like color clothes, wear it. If you want to wear fabric, like African print fabric, you are white, you want to wear it, go ahead, do it. If I'm Black, I want to wear something different, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to wait to have permission for someone to wear whatever I want. I'm going to wear whatever I want. At the same time, I think everybody needs to wear what he feels comfortable wearing. I'm going to give some example, like one of my clients, he's white, he came 3 days ago with fabric because he went to Africa and someone gave him there and he bring it to me like he want to sew a shirt. And he asked me if is something he can wear here. Like when he was in Africa, like Peace Corps, they gave it to them there, he was wearing it there. But when he came back, he's a little bit afraid to wear it here. And I told him, if you feel comfortable, wear it. It's a gift for someone if you feel comfortable wearing. And at the same time, you are representing, you are accepting some different culture. You are accepting different culture wearing those fabric. Since you feel comfortable wearing African pattern, come and order something with us. We are here for everybody and we are making clothes for everybody. If you want to learn more about African fabric or bring your own idea to life, come and visit Nkosi in Pioneer Place.
You're muted.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jean-Pierre. Let's see, you're at the boutique right now, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And before we continue, someone was asking about a fabric from Nigeria. Yeah, Nigeria, he's printing fabric similar like kente. The quality is same like kente, and I have a here I want to show it to him. They call it achoke in Nigeria. It's traditional fabric too, like kente. Someone just asking about it, and I wanna respond to that question. Like, is achoke from Nigeria, and the quality is same like kente. Thank you.
So it's woven in strips, in narrow
Yes.
strips? Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit to show the store and what I do. Yeah. Here is the place. I have a customer clothes and the ready-made for the store. I have it here. And I'm going the front to show my sewing machine and everything. Yeah, I do the sewing here. Like you guys can see, here is the store. We have some jewelry, clothes. Yeah. Do the sewing. Yeah, I have some fabric. People can choose, and we can have the idea of the design they want together. Yeah. Yeah. A little bit my office here. This side of the store we have jewelry, some traditional jewelry. Everything.
Mhm. So it's some of the jewelry is by artists, other artists that you collaborate
Yeah,
with?
yeah, I work with in Togo. I have a two Togolese work on the jewelry. They use buffalo horn and ebony to make some traditional stuff.
Nice.
Mhm.
Right. So the typical experience for people coming into the boutique,
Yeah.
if they wanted to have a made-to-measure piece,
Yeah.
what would happen? What are the steps in that process?
Yeah. First, what I do, we set up a time
Mhm.
and choose the fabric. I have a lot of books from Ivory Coast.
Mhm.
They call it Vlisco,
Yes.
and it's like a catalog. You can look at the design you want. If you don't find something together, we're gonna have some idea, put some stuff together and create something. People bring their own fabric or they buy it with me. Yeah, and I have this jumpsuit for a client. She's a barber. I'm showing this because people think like, oh, I'm just focused on African fabric. No, I'm a tailor. I use any kind of fabric to make a clothes. It's not just African clothes. I work with any kind of fabric. That's why I'm showing this jumpsuit.
Mhm. There's a question from Amy. Can we bring a picture in? Can a client bring a picture in and you could sew up a piece of clothing? Do you make your own patterns?
Yes, a lot right now, especially the young generations, they have a lot of design on their phone and they just bring it, and I work with that too. Yeah.
Wonderful. So how does the fabric choice, I mean, you just explained that you use fabric from West Africa, you also use fabric from wherever, really. How does that influence your designs? Do you, like when you're working with African waxcloth prints, are you working with the pattern specifically? Are you placement of the patterns on the form, or what goes into that design process?
For me personally, is like you need to learn the person's body. Is what I do. I don't sew with a pattern. Like I take the measurement and I make sure like to cut, to design something, I make sure to leave some room before I start it. And I'm gonna take everything by hand. You're gonna come and try on. Yeah, and if you will need some adjustment, yeah, we can do it. Is let's say 90% the first time you put your clothes on, it's just gonna be, especially for women, the bust around the bust gonna be a little adjustment, or around the hips gonna be a little adjustment. But 90%, sometimes you don't need to come like for the second fitting. Yeah,
Wow.
sometimes.
Yeah, it's a really different experience to have clothes made to your size, not not to a standard size. Yeah. I have a couple questions here about fabrics. One is something you said a little bit earlier. Iris had a question about the tags on the fabric showing and how that might be important to a certain client.
Yeah, that fabric, it was the one I exposed, and I just take that one to show about the wasp fabric. Why we have the tag on the fabric. Yes, it's not something.
Right, because it's valuable. It shows its value, I presume. Yeah. Right. And do you have a favorite print? Madeline wants to know. Is there a favorite print or pattern of yours that, or something that you use a lot?
I use the wasp fabric a lot. Kente, because of let's say the way it's expensive, people like to buy, especially the African client I have, they like to buy the print one. It's same kente, but it's not handmade. And I use a lot of the wasp fabric more than kente. Kente is something expensive, yeah. Yeah, this week I have 2 clients order me with kente. We're gonna, because they're gonna do something special, yeah, and they buy the kente with me. It's not something like every day you can have a client come and buy kente.
Right, expensive. There's a question here. Do you make bags or other accessories?
No, I have a person in Togo make bags, but I don't make bags personally. I focus on clothes because when I started, I was doing everything. Like I can do bags or change couch cover, all those things. But now I stopped doing it. I just focus on the clothes right now.
Right. There's another question about the fabrics, in which you import the fabrics yourself. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are fabrics that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to find in the United States.
No, I look up for different places. I know Joanne started to sell some, but you know, I like to the quality is important for me, and I like to work with something I'm sure it is. The quality is okay with me. It's why I still ordered from Togo. And I have a friend, his business is to sell a fabric. And anytime they have like new pattern, like every 3 months, new design came out, and he just send them through WhatsApp right now, you know, and I choose the one I like, and they send it to me every time.
All right. And thanks everybody for putting questions into the chat. We'll try to get to them all. There's a question here about, from Rhonda, about how do Americans respond to bespoke custom-made clothing versus ready to wear, since Americans are so used to buying clothing right off the rack.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something special for them. Some people is very special, and is why I know what I'm doing can make me go up if I want, like raise the price, and but you know, you need to connect with people. Some people, when you make clothes for them, is something special for them because it's their first time to have a tailor take the measurement and do all those stuff, and it make me happy. Is why some of my friends are saying, "Oh, you need to raise the price." It's just make something special for someone, and he's gonna be happy to, because you use your hand, you touch his clothes, and yeah, it's what make me continue to do it. Like,
Yeah. Do you have any, Leo asked a question, do you have any advice for people who want to get into textile work, but maybe are too intimidated to do that?
My advice is just be confident and know that it's not easy, but have first, I'm gonna say this business, sometimes it chooses you. Like I met a girl here, she's like 13. But when you give her a fabric, she just gonna create something, you're gonna be wow, you know? When you have that feeling, when you have that pains on you, just let go, let you take go with that passion, and you're gonna see what's gonna come out and doing what is good for you. Yeah.
A question from Daniel about what's the best way to, and Sharon actually, how to take care of a jacket made out of real kente cloth? What would be the best way to launder it?
Yeah, the real kente cloth jacket, because the fabric is the real one, it's not gonna do anything. You can take to dry cleaner, you can do hand wash. It's not gonna do anything. But I'm gonna say with the wash fabric, when I try to many times put in wash machine and dry cleaner, it shrinks a little bit. And I like to advise people like just do hand wash. Yeah, and for example, in Africa, our parents, they wear fabric many times. They just put it outside, like you go to church or you go to funeral, you come back, you just put it outside, and like 30 minutes you fold and put it in your drawer. It's gonna stay the same. You know, they don't wash it like we wash clothes every time. Yeah.
I have another question from Rhonda. What do you do with the cutting scraps of fabric? do you use or upcycle them into other things?
I didn't show you guys, but I have two client. They are my friend. I gave them to them. They create some different stuff. I have like two puppy in the window there. I have a friend of mine. She and I give them those piece of fabric, and she create nice things with, yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes some people just come to buy it because let's say COVID time, a lot of people can buy it to make masks and yeah.
Right. Right. So can you tell the difference, or how can you tell the difference between cotton wax cloth prints that are made in Africa or Holland or in China?
As I think I know the difference, but someone from here, they don't know the difference. Like a lot of my clients, when they bring some fabric, I just tell them like, I'm gonna work with the fabric you brought to me, but is this quality if you want me to continue? Because the price you're gonna pay to sewing is not the value fabric to pay that money for the sewing. We have a difference, the quality, like people like me working like many years with wax fabric, I know the difference, yeah. And sometimes the name with the name you're gonna know which one is. Like we have a e-target. E-target is a print in China. Was Hollander is printed GTP is printed in Ghana. You know, with the name, you're gonna know where this fabric is from, you know. But at the same time, the same name, we have the imitate one. They try to make the same name on different well, and with that you need to touch the fabric, feel the texture of the fabric too. Yeah.
Wow. Gonna invite people, if they want to ask a question directly to Jean-Pierre. You could unmute and let's hear it in your own voice.
Okay.
And yeah. Anybody have a question they'd like to ask directly?
Oops. Jean-Pierre, thank you. I was wondering if somebody wanted to go to West Africa to learn or to study the techniques of tailoring without a pattern, what would you tell them? Where would they go to school, or would they go to school, or would they have to find someone to help them?
Yeah, we have, especially in Togo, we have different places. For me personally, I spent 4 years to learn, because we have 2 years for men, 2 years for women. If you want to sew for men and women. Right now, we have a lot of school like here. At that time, I went to, let's say I went to school in 1996, you know, but right now, everything changed a little bit. It just came like designer school for 2 years, but at those people are going to designer school. Some of them came back to us to teach them because it's just like quick things to do, and they don't focus on a lot of things like we know. And if you want to learn, yes, we still have apprentice school in Togo, Ghana. You can spend like 3 years to learn, or 4 years to learn for men and women. It depends but it's just gonna be different. Like someone are going to designer school and you are going like an apprentice. Is different. The role are different, and the payment are different. Yeah, like someone like apprentice is not gonna pay a lot of money like someone is going to designer school for 2 years. Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hey, Pierre, this is Janet Rogers.
Oh, good to see you.
Good to see you. I just want to let you know that I'm very grateful to meet you. And what you did special to me, for me, is
Thank
when
you.
my husband passed away, and you took the suit and placed it into the material that you made for me,
Yeah.
which I still have. So I'm so grateful that
Thank
you
you.
still got it going on. And you know I will be down there so you can make something for me.
Thank you so much.
You my #1 seamstress.
Thanks.
All right. So you have a good one. I thank God for you.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, it's an unusual experience to have someone make your clothes for you so
Yeah.
beautifully. We have a comment from Joe Noble in the chat about African fabrics being essentially knocked off in China, and the Chinese version is usually poorer and cheaper. And just a comment about how China has destroyed thousands of jobs in Africa in the fabric industry. And you would agree with that, Jean-Pierre? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So it's important to know where the fabric comes from.
Yeah.
Jean-Pierre, I'm wondering what you think about how tourism in Africa has affected textile production. For instance, mud cloth is so popular that it seems like a lot of it's being made in different colors and with very big patterns now, instead of the traditional, smaller and colors that used to be made. Are they both still being made? I know the traditional takes a lot longer. And what do you think about that?
Yeah, it's what we are saying about all the rest of the fabric. Everything right now is duplicated. Yeah, mother cloth is the same. Like someone just sent me some photo about mother cloth prints in Target fabric. In the photo, you're gonna see like it's real, but it's not real. And it's the same with all the rest of the fabric. I think people want to go fast and they just produce some fake fabric a lot. Mother cloth is made, the real one is made in Mali with clay. Yes, I put this one here to show you. And it's like kente. You're gonna see it's line by line. piece by piece, they put it together. Right now, the one we are talking about is the whole pattern is together. Like you can see the whole yard with mother cloth design, and it's, don't think it's not the real one. The real one is you can remove it piece by piece. Yeah, you know, yeah, those are the real fabric. It's difficult to to tell right now what is going on about those traditional fabric. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, how do you feel about the other traditional fabrics like Kuba cloth and things like that, Bakuba, being taken out of Africa, the old pieces, you know?
Yeah.
Is that a problem for Africa, for the culture there, that they're losing these traditional pieces? Or I don't know how people feel about it when they're bought by, you know, these individuals that go to villages and just buy it up, and then they export it and sell it for a large, amount of money.
Yeah. The thing is, people focus more right now on Africa, like things came from Africa, is why it's like how like those we have some statue is a spirit statue, and some people just take it and bring it here because they want to sell something, you know. It's the same thing with traditional things from Africa. Yeah, it's the same thing with fabric, it's same thing with a lot of stuff in Africa. Yeah.
I wonder if you'd like to say something about, there was an event I think happened this last summer you were involved with called Portrait Slam PDX, where you were working with models and photographers for an evening of artistic collaborations, East and West Coasts. And yeah, what was that like? And are you doing any of those other collaborations like that?
No yet, but I'm planning to, me and some of my friends, we want to set up a show for November 15.
Uh-huh.
I did a fashion show 4 months ago, and it's one of our friends, he invited us, but the show didn't go well like we want to. And one of the head stylists just proposed to me if we can work together to do some of show, and I accept. And in November 15, I'm gonna be the designer, and he's gonna be the head stylist, and create something together.
Is that going to be an in-person event?
Yes.
Ah, all right. Where can people find out more about it?
Yeah, we're gonna put it out.
Okay, on your Instagram, maybe?
Yes, yes, Instagram, on Facebook page. Yeah, we're gonna do all those things.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna, let's see.
I have a question.
Okay.
Hello, Pierre, it's very nice to hear you speak. I spent 10 years in Uganda working with a cultural dance troupe and developing costumes with them. And when I was there, the used clothing market took over the whole industry, and it really killed a lot of the fabric and a lot of the tailors there also. But I've noticed that the younger people in their 20s are, especially the men, are coming back to African shirts. And I don't know if you've seen that yourself. And what age range do a lot of your, how old are your clients here in the US?
Let's say here in Portland, I have let's say three different category of client. Some of my African client and African American client and white client. You know, some people are curious to learn about what I'm doing, and some people know already about what I'm doing. A lot of my white clients, they've traveled to Africa, or they was there 2 years for Peace Corps, or yeah, and some of them like what I do, and they come to me. At the same time, my client, like African American client in New York, those big cities, they're starting to wear African pattern, and it's why I'm making, and especially with the basin, the broderie one. You guys know about Black Panther. It make those clothes show more and give us opportunity to sell those clothes with like basin with nice broderie. Yes, African American, they like it a lot. Yeah, and my African client, they already know what it is, and they are happy to have me here to continue to sew what they was wearing there for them. And some of them found I'm like, oh, when I can still wear what I was wearing there here. And it's why, like, all this month I did a lot of wedding gown for maybe African men is marrying with white women from here, or white women is married with, yeah, some meets like that I did last month.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Annan, are you still here?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah, you talk about in your video, you're talking about cultural appropriation and how you don't have a problem with anyone who wants to wear traditional waxcloth prints. But in your opinion, are there any situations where wearing traditional waxcloth prints would be unacceptable?
First, that question, I was talking with one of my African American friends, and we was trying to figure out how to put those together. The thing is, I came from Africa, and I know how in Africa we focus on US and Europe because people think, oh, there are the good things, or there are the quality things, and we focus a lot at them. And what I'm bringing here, I think if you people from here accept to wear it, I'm gonna feel happy. On me is like, oh, you accept who I am, because I already accept who you are. And you accept who I am is why you are wearing what I bring to you, you know. But I think from here, African American is like you are taking more of what you take already. Is why we are having a little like it's not misunderstood, but African like me, yes, I bring something to you to accept it. It's nice to, if you are someone on the street wear a mask from me or a shirt from me, I'm gonna be happy, you know, because I think he accepts who is not who I am, but what I'm doing. He accepts what I'm doing, you know. But I think if you just, let's say, if you are working with my friend from African American, he's gonna look at the person like especially what white person, like why he's wearing that things. For me, it's not like that. He accepts what I'm doing or why I brought to this country, because I already accept what he offered me, you know. In Togo, on the street, when you see a little kid, like for example, Joe numbers can tell how we jump on the streets, sing for white people. In Togo, my country, we call white Yovo. You're gonna see the kids on the streets singing for them. Yovo, Yovo, bonsoir, ça va bien, merci. Like we accept already white, and now if we bring something here and they are wearing it, is like they accepting our culture too. And like I said in the video, it's not an issue for me to sew African fabric for anybody, everybody. Yeah, it's not a problem. It's just we need to explaining like the vision of why what we are doing, like what I'm doing. Like I just said this the last month, like 3 couple, women and men, maybe, or maybe white women, black men, or white. I saw for 2 person there white because their family live in New York, and they decide like this year for the wedding, everybody gonna wear African fabric. You know, it's just accepting between everybody, yes.
Right, thank you. We have an interesting question from Felicia here. How do you see yourself, Jean-Pierre? How do you see yourself and your designs evolving in the future?
Good question, thank you. You know, like I said, I'm using African fabric, but I'm a tailor like everybody. Yeah, right now, those things are pop right now, like African fabric are just going, the market is going up because people accept to wear those things, yes, but we don't know to where we're gonna go. Yeah, we are in right now. Let's see 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Do you foresee yourself staying in Portland and in Cosi Boutique?
Good question. For now, yes. For now, yes. Because I think in almost, yes, it's almost 5 years now I'm doing this, and it makes people know more about African fabric. It gave, I think, hope for some of African. When they came here, they just pack all the clothes in the drawer, but right now they're feeling good, like, oh, I can still wear what I was wearing in Africa. Yeah, I think I'm trying, what I'm doing, trying to help people to feel comfortable, feel confident about who they are and what they want to wear. And it's
Good
nice
question.
to have something a little different in Portland.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We're at the top of the hour, and I want to say that we're so pleased, Jean-Pierre, that you have given us this time, and I want to thank everybody else in the audience. We can keep this room open for another 10-15 minutes. There's a long comment that just came out in the chat that looks very interesting to consider. So please hang out, and we'll keep this room open. We can continue with questions and comments and any love you want to send Jean-Pierre's way. So thank you and have a fantastic evening. And for those of you who want to continue, let's please unmute and let's keep talking. Sharon, I wonder if you want to unmute and Sharon, if you'll talk about your comment here. There's a lot here.
It's Shireen, just so you know.
Thank you, Shireen. Yes.
So we are in a crossroads in American culture right now. I don't think anybody would dispute that with the Black Lives Matter movement, which is about just recognition of descendants of Africa in the United States, their humanity and their worth and the gifts that they've given to this society, which for hundreds of years have not even been recognized. If you study art, you look at modern art, some of the earliest modern artists were very much influenced by African masks. I'm taking art history right now, and the textbook that we were given is by Gardner. And the very first image is of some bronze work from Nigeria, that the only tracing that they can say, except it is from Nigeria, is that it is a gift of Sir so-and-so and so-and-so, and how did that person acquire it? And not only that, the professor who wrote this textbook, in an aside comment, talks about the person who made this might not have even thought it was art. And I'm thinking, like, it's little things like that if you were to try to do this work, it's just a head slap. So people are a little prickly, and people don't know there's 66 countries, I think, in Africa, that there were 3,000 languages that are separate languages, which means they're separate cultures. When I had the opportunity to go to West Africa, I was so ignorant that I thought, oh, I'll just buy this textile in the next town because I can't carry it, not knowing that the next town and the next country was completely different. I mean, I was so ignorant, and that's why I went. But I hope to go back again sometime with eyes wide open. And folks from Africa have their culture intact, and folks from the United States, it was broken. And then when you have the overlay of the impact of racism and its continuing impact, it's done a number on people's psyche for sure. And that's why they have different feelings. And I'm sure, if somebody goes to China and somebody gives them something beautiful, or Japan or Thailand or any of the countries, it's just, do you know what the gift is? Do you know its value? And did you give it away to Goodwill? I'm glad, because I got it for $4.99, but I just go, oh my God, do you know how precious this is that you found? So that's where the comment was coming from. I don't care. People can wear whatever they want, and hopefully they wear it with style and confidence. So
Well said. Yes.
yeah.
Right. Knowing where fabric comes from and knowing all that goes into it, the value of that is so key. It's a basic level of respect.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to come up there because I have some fabric. I have some that's 6 yards. I'm afraid to touch it. It's just like, I can't do anything with this because I don't want to mess it up. Maybe I'll have a master like Jean-Pierre do something with it for me. So.
There's a lot of appreciative comments in the chat, Jean-Pierre, if you get a chance to see those. But yeah, this is great to have this much knowledge that you have, Jean-Pierre, and be willing to share it with us. It's really appreciated.
And I just can't thank you enough too. I think that there were a number of students here who are here this evening. I'm not sure if they're still here, but I think that it's really it's really exciting. I think what you're doing just in terms of thinking about like bespoke clothing and this kind of like more handcrafted approach to thinking about like not only the making of clothing, but how you engage your clients and how you sort of create this kind of relationship with people and really change the relationship of how they think about the clothing that they wear, and they appreciate it more. And it's just it's doing all sorts of things, I think, to like not only like we've been talking a lot about the fabric and it elevates the fabric, but there's also just like it's also elevating clothes in a way that that it's just it's creating a new sense of value, which is really exciting. So thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to leave now. Jean-Pierre, would you please tell us the address of where your shop is?
Please say it again.
Your address. Where is your shop?
Oh, yeah. Right now I'm in Pioneer Place in the mall, in Pioneer Place.
Pioneer.
Yeah, Pioneer Place. And the store is just below Louis Vuitton store. Yeah, I'm just below Louis Vuitton.
I think it's at 1700 Southwest 5th.
Yes, and Fifth Avenue.
Right, so you're right downtown.
Yeah, I'm in downtown.
Well, stay safe.
Yes, right now everything is okay.
Good.
It's a
Gonna be
beautiful, beautiful shop,
Yeah.
as you can see.
Yeah.
I hope to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Jean-Pierre, thank you so much for your time this evening. And that's like, I know we've gone over, and I want to thank you so much for being a part of our lecture series this term. And I know I can't wait to come back down to your store, and I'm excited that we're getting to a place where we can bring students as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me. And it's a good opportunity for me to share a little bit of what I know. Thank you, everyone, and bye.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jean-Pierre.
Yeah.
Have a fantastic evening, everyone.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
And thank you, Annan, for doing such an amazing
Yeah.
job.
Right.
Signing off. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks again, Allison, for telling me about it.
Good to see you, Shireen.